All right, all right, all right. Here we are. It's Yulefest time, my friends. And anybody want to chime in, get in on here? Um, we get the extended version of moi tonight. And thankfully, we're all having a little bit of good holiday cheer in us already. Let's see here. Yeah. How do you turn this chat thing on? Hmm. Somebody said, hi, Pepper Jackie. Oh my goodness. All right. So I have been debating what to do with this half an hour. And one thing I did do is forget my beverage. Hang on just one second. Okay, there we go. But I figured it out. What I decided to do, I've been going over like all kinds of things for this extra 30 minutes. So I decided that I would start with my Yule altar because it kind of won't get any play like later on. Hi, Rosie. It won't get high. It won't, you will not see what I did because at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to actually be out in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico showing you guys the sunset or the sunrise or whatever it is that we're going to do. It's 2 blocks from my house, and so I'm going to roll out there. Anyway, I'm going to flip you around and kind of talk to you about my thrifty finds and go over my Yule altar, part of which I made. And yeah, so here we go. Ready, rotate. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Ah, yes. And I'm going to light some candles with you all. So this is sort of like my everything altar, really. It's Yule right now. It's my all the things. So let's light some candles because I've been waiting for you. So I don't have a Yule log, but I found these really cool 1921 cast iron candle holders. So I guess we start with red, yeah. And we're gonna start with the red one. Cool. Oh, yeah, get up here with the fire, Wendy. And then we're going to go with the green one, which I have looked high and low today for green candles. Fortunately, I have this one that's sort of frosted green from a thrift store collection. So it's you this year. And then this beauty, our little gold guy. So yeah, it's you, everyone. We're all having a great time. And then these little deer guys I found also thrifting, solid brass with those beautiful little ornaments around their necks. Let's do ladies first. Urgh, I'm gonna set my house on fire. Schlitz. Okay. You. Yes. And then we're gonna move over here to the mountain powwow side. And this ought to get us lit up pretty fairly good and strong. So you can see stuff. So let's see what else. I don't really want to light those up, but all right. And then I have this cool thing, this vintage deal I just found yesterday. And in one, the last candle I'll do right now is the last candle I'll light at the moment is going to be this sun candle if I don't singe all the hair on my arm off first. This came in my Wild Medicine subscription box, and it is to call in the sun. So let's do that. Let's light him up, our calling in the sun candle. And hopefully I catch your chats. I don't know how to do that whole, like where it shows all the chats right now, just so if I see it out of the corner of my eye, getting it. If somebody could tell me how to watch see the rolling chats would be awesome. Anyway, so there he is. We're calling in the sun right now. Check you out. And then, of course, I went to Michael's, and that's just a shit show because they give you all these coupons and all the things, and then you're sucked in. So now we have these beautiful mirrored starred ornaments, and they came with these really long, hey, Keith! And then they came with these really long, like, sticks attached, so I just coiled them up so that they would sit there. And so we have 3 of those. And then this like pretend antler was also there. And then let's see what else. This altar cloth was found in thrifting. And I keep this like funny little champagne glass with my kitchen sage sticks because I use the sage leaves for at my restaurant. I own a restaurant, and so I keep the sticks because to me sage is sage. I know maybe you're thinking it's not, but it can be. When you got sage, right? So I keep those, and I use those in recipes for my witchy works. So let's see. What else can I show you here? Like my selenite oil. There's some of that in there. Don't knock Kuan Yin over. All right, so here's the deal. Here's the thing that I'm going to show you what I made. Because this, obviously, I'm looking at north, and there to where the sun's going to come up is a bathroom. So I made this. And I found this cool thing. It's like one of those, only 10 arms of it. And on this beautiful, it's brass. And so I thought, well, I'll just make the sun. And then we'll be looking at the sun. So I downloaded and printed out a bunch of sun pictures, and then I made these, I beaded these charms. Everybody's got their own citrine and check glass and little vintage things all in gold and white. And so everybody's got one, and so they're like the rays of the sun. So I just made the sun. How fun is that? Heh, works. We got the sun. And if that wasn't enough sun, then I found this deal. Yeah, that's gonna be the sun too. I believe that's a Christmas tree topper of some sort, although it doesn't stick to anything. And so so I just like hung it from the sky, and voila, there it is. I do live in Florida, so I'm used to having the sun, and it's been just crap for the past few days. Like really crap, like bad winds. Anyway, so it's great to be able to share this and light up all these lights and stuff. So, and then, let's see. Thank you, Keith. And then today Amazon gave me this magic thing, a new deck. Of course it did. When I was printing out the images of the sun, this guy came up and I fell in love immediately. And it is it's a tarot deck for the Aquarians, and it's been around since the 70s, and it showed up today, and I am holding a camera in one hand and wanting to show you guys this deck in the other. So let's just maybe, oh, look at that magic. Anyway, I love it. I already love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. And I did some cleansing of it, and the first little card I pulled for myself was the Knight of Cups. So, and then read good old Benabel and talked about Knight of Cups. We'll put selenite back on there to make sure it's good and charged up. Read Benabel Wen's description of that, and if you want to know me, actually that one and the Michelle Tay as well. T for two for T. If you want to know anything about me, then you just read that. What decks are those? That here. This is my brand new one, Aquarian Tarot. Gorgeous, and I fell in love with it. This one is the like light of my life. That one is it's an oracle deck, and it is the Universal Mind Tarot. And I paid a lot of money to have this sent from somebody's house in Italy or something like that, like $50. To me, that's a lot, but I love it. I couldn't be more thrilled. It just came all by itself, and it has you can download the guidebook for it, and the cool thing about the guidebook is that it also has it has correspondences like with herbs and keywords and how to work with the card and gemstones, and that is kind of like the basis of how I discovered how much I love bags, making mojo bags or offering bags or sachets and all that kind of stuff. I can only see one of you at a time. Does anybody know how to see the like whole scrolly chatty thing like we see when somebody else is doing it? I don't know. Anyway, so there you go. Yeah, we have, that's that. And I guess I will now move on to the kitchen where I'm gonna cook stuff for you and show you how to make things. So I hope so far that you are enjoying yourselves here. You do have a little bit extra time with me, and I will, how do you turn this darn thing on? Enable flash microphone, no. Goodness, maybe, well, I have the laptop in the kitchen, so. Are you on live chat or top chat? Goodness, I couldn't tell you. Where do I find that? Okay. Thank you, Jen. I do have the laptop in the kitchen, so I'll go in there and commence making stuff. And if I talk too fast or go through this too quickly, then you all get to join me in my bed for a lovely fairy tale of how the Grinch stole Christmas. Oh boy. So here we go. Let's go for a walk. Yes, easier on the laptop. Yes, the laptop's in the kitchen. We'll be there in just a moment. And this little purple box is Oliver, who is asleep right now, but he's my dude. He is a cockatiel who tells me he loves me every day. Like, for real, tells me he loves me. It's fabulous. All right, so is there anything anybody wants to know about this before we move on? Yes, we can all go get in bed. No, I put it there on purpose. Because we're going to go make mulled wine. That's our first recipe. I'm going to get you all drunk and then take you into bed and read bedtime stories to you. How's that? Sounds like a plan. So here we go. Ready? Let's go to the kitchen. I have the jankiest setup in the world going right now. Look at, that's a pot. You're going to hang on a pot. Do-do-do. Hi, that's me. Okay. So, hello. We're going to make mulled wine. Someday I'll get my act together with this. It's so silly. Anyway, but that's why the 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning. I only killed 15 minutes. Holy cow. Okay, well that's cool. You're gonna get the bedtime story. Anyway, so we're gonna start with mulled wine. Anybody needed? Oh shoot, I forgot my drink. Jen, I took too much advice from you and was drinking. Let's see if I can find me on the videos here on the sideline, and then hello, my channel. Oh, there I am live. Maybe I can watch the. Maybe I can see the chatty thing now. Oh, mute. Ridiculous. I am so not a pro. Top chat. Don't top chat. Live chat. Live chat. Rock and roll. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, here we go. Let's make mulled wine, shall we? Yes. No, I want top chat, King, Meridian, or live chat. No, I want live chat. You don't have to be pro. Just have to be brave enough to turn on the camera. I'm on, right? All right, live chat. Hang on, let's just make sure. Oh, we're on live chat. Oh my gosh, look, I can see you all. Yes, this is excellent news. Okay, but I can see me too. I gotta put a post-it over that. Okay. Yes. All right, mulled wine, and gosh, I forgot my drink in the bedroom. See, this is what happens. It's like not even 1 o'clock, and happy Yule, everybody. Drink amongst yourselves for a moment. Cheers. First, I'm going to be serious for just a second. I have got to say this because it has been an incredible amount of time with you guys. I am forever grateful that at this time in my life, after I have shoved this part of myself down for many, many, many years, that it just I couldn't not do it anymore. And so I did, and at that time somehow I started watching YouTube videos, and those ones of Jen outside of the picnic table, I just watched them all. And then all of a sudden there was there was a thing, and then she was it was a group, and then all of you guys kind of came in together, and all of a sudden we were a thing, like in a very short period of time. Everyone just sort of came together, and I have learned leaps and amazing things from you people, and I love you so much. And I could not feel more free and open, except I'm in the broom closet to a lot of people. But my heart is open, and my soul is open, and I love it so much. So thanks. You guys are the best Yule gift of all. All right, here we go. Let's make mulled wine. That's enough sappy shit. So I'm gonna put this pot on the stove, and then I'm gonna somehow make it so that you can see it. I've had it earlier. You don't want to look at me while we make this. No, you want to. All right, back to that. Bye. Oh, that's my kitchen. Let me see. That's more of my kitchen. I had this just so a minute ago. La 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 la. If anything, I'll entertain you for a little bit with trying to figure out how the hell I had this set up. But I did. I had it rigged up. Oh, it was this way. Yep. Ha ha ha. There's a cabinet door now hanging open in this funny little tripod. You can sort of see the mulled wine, and I'll move the laptop so that you don't have to look at yourselves and me and all the things. There's the mulled wine pot. It's gonna work, I promise. I promise. Ooh, there it is. Cool. Okay. Now I'll move this again. Alright, that's good. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's make mulled wine. I love when people do like fingers over stuff. So I already have in here in this pot, and this was my grandmother's pot. So what was the word yesterday, Dios, for your Mother's Day or whatever? Diosir, something like that. I feel like a lemur. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I can't read that and make cook at the same time. That's how accidents happen. So somebody yell real loud if I need to pay attention. So here we go. Already, this is my grandmother's pot. She passed in March of this year, and I use this pot for a lot of stuff. So already in this pot, we have 1 bottle of wine and about 1/3 of a bottle of wine of water. And then we're going to add another bottle of wine. Everybody write this down. It's so technical. And this can be the crappiest wine in the world. I choose the crappiest Cabernet that my wine reps can bring me. But it somehow works real well. And then we're going to do that, and then we'll turn your stove on, and we're going to put this to about medium, and we're going to begin by adding in some fresh ginger, lots of it. You know, this is like any spell, really. That's all we're doing. We're just making spells here. All you got to do is put in what feels right, and the magic is in the witch. Right, Jen? That's what you say. And I took that to heart the second I heard it. And I can't live without that slogan, because that's what's helping me learn things. All right. I just took a little drink and trying to read this chat thing. Oh, Desir, your mulled wine. So this is the same mulled wine recipe that I use at the restaurant, and it is I'm gonna give you all my secrets right now. So ginger goes in, two cinnamon sticks. Ta-da! One star anise. Unless you really love this flavor. I personally don't. But it does add a nice background. One. If you like it, then add some more. If you don't put it in at all. It's easy as that. It's just super easy like that. These are cardamom pods. They're green. They're dried. Can we see me? Am I doing bad things? No, I'm still on. Cool. And you just peel this little skin back of the cardamom pod. And you throw that over there somewhere. And it has these little baby black things in it. Ta-da! And you pour those in. Like that. Oh, no, actually you don't. I'm totally lying to you. You don't pour those in. They can be in there for now. Big chunks go in. Little chunks go in. My magic, these, which we're going to see these a lot. Can you see them? These are just tea filters. So forget what I said about that cardamom. Star anise, yes. Ginger, yes. Cinnamon, yes. But little tiny things go in these. And these you can buy on Amazon, and they're make your own tea bags. We're going to use these a lot tonight. Because then I don't have to strain them out. And I've already begun one for this. And I will show that to you. I've already put in here peppercorns and cloves, I think. Yes. So you'll see there is peppercorns and cloves, just like some of each. You know, it's whatever you want. The flavor is going to get infused in there, so it's going to be great. So you put that in your tea bag, and then you're also going to add back in, this is where you're going to put those little black babies in there. Da-da-da, here we go. This is hilarious, because the best part of not knowing what you're doing is not being able to see. I literally have a cabinet door in the kitchen hanging wide open with this broken tripod-y thingy holding it on. But it's working. You're all getting to see, and we're all having a good time, and it's Yule. So, okay. So there's some more of those little pod things, right? Those are going into tea bag, yes? So we've got 2 so far. We're going to do 1 more. It's already... Did anybody prescribe to the smell-o-vision part of this? Because that's what we need. It's already starting to smell awesome in here. That's the beauty of cooking stuff. Okay, so all the small bits are in there. So you have cloves, you have pepper, you have ginger, you have star anise, you have cinnamon sticks, you have cardamom, right? Yes. Now, what we're going to do is take this, or did the peppers go in there? I'm such a nerd now. No, I saved peppers too. I thought so. Peppercorns. So we're going to take peppercorns. And we're going to take as many as you feel like. But if you like it spicier, put more in. If you don't, then, you know, like 10. That's about as much. Just like a little dab will do you. Or if you want it a little more spicy, then do that. Okay, so we have our tea bag. We have our, like, fatty ingredients in there. And we're going to take... That's what I didn't pull out. But it's right here. Not too fear. Okay. Witchy Cooking with Wendy. Ellerbray. Oh, I gotta tell you all about Ellerbray, which I forgot that downstairs too. Oh my gosh. So anyway, here's some twine. This is cooking twine. I just totally scrolled out for a minute on my name. Cooking twine, and then we're gonna take this tea bag thing, and we're gonna wrap it up like a few times, and then make sure you have a decent tail. Can you still see? Am I doing this right? Have a decent tail on either end, so that, because what we're going to do is we're going to tie it to the handle. So, that's all. Okay, that's good for that end. We'll give it a couple good wraps from here. Take the scissors, cut that. Ta-da! And then we're going to tie this, and we've wrapped it good enough, so it's not really, we don't have to like knot that up or anything. We're going to pour this, set this deep into our pot, and we're going to take these ends and tie it to the handle so we don't lose it. And I've already got the heat on, so it's starting to get a little warm. So that's that. It's not really that yet. There's one more thing that I also make. I'm going to tell you how to do that. You're getting all the secrets right now. Like, people pay big money for this. No, they don't, but they could. So the secrets of the mulled wine. So we have that tied in. Now you've got your steeping activity going on here. Should I look at this chat? Am I missing a bunch of stuff? Hang on. Taste of vision? Mm-hmm. Yep. I smell of vision. Yeah. Okay. Did I miss something? Oh, yeah. Jen, totally. Buy those tea bags. It'll save your life. You can do, we're going to make like all the charm bags and stuff. I put those in, I do them all in those. And then go, yeah, you need those. Okay. So we don't need me really for anything really right now, right? Yeah, you're a chef. I'm a chef, I'm a clothing designer, I'm a painter. I pretty much do every kind of thing. I own 3 businesses right now. I'm a clothing designer. I have a dress going to the Oscars this year. I own a wine bar, and I'm a sexy fish-eating vegan. Like, I eat oysters, but I'm allergic to cheese. Okay, there you go. There's some answers to stuff. All right, we're going back. Back to this. So here's our next deal. This has to go in. And this is cinnamon simple syrup that I also make. And I utilize cinnamon sticks and raw turbinado sugar and water. And so I take raw turbinado sugar and water, and I put it in this pan. You like my big old stack of pans right here? I can't pull those out because those actually hold the camera right here at some point later tonight. But I take one of these other pots and I put in raw turbinado sugar and water and a few cinnamon sticks, and I bring it to a boil. And as soon as it comes to a boil, you turn it off, you stir it, and as soon as that sugar is totally melted, then you just let it hang out, and it turns into this fine, whoops, down here, fine cinnamony runny color. So this also needs to go in there, but not all of it, about half. Plop. Brand new. Oh yes, that looks like a good amount. But this is also something we can add later, like for taste. If it's not enough for your taste or whatever, then, you know, great. Then put more in. You know, if you want more of anything, you can do it yourself. Nothing is an exact science, as we know, with magic. With magic, with cooking, with life. It doesn't have to, whatever feels right to you is what's right. So, we're going to need to stir this baby up. Just a little spatula here. I should put some music on. Which someone just gifted me a like old school boombox and CD player, but I didn't think about that. While I'm stirring this for a few minutes, because what we want to do is we really want to like infuse and let this go. But we do have to stir it because the action of the stirring is going to also put in, it's going to put our intention in. So what is it? We can, when you're cooking anything, you can always put in a pentacle. I like to do it 3 times. In perfect love, in perfect trust, right? So you can set intention into anything, people. And this way, I can make people come back to my restaurant all the time. But I can put in my love, and I'm really conscious lately about making sure that I stir in the correct direction, because I think that now that I have become fully immersed in this path, which I have been longing to do for many, many, many years, like many years, now that I'm here, I need to totally own it and be 100% for myself. So we're doing that. But you don't have to sit here and continuously like go in this proper order. But I do like to manifest, you know, and put intention into all of my work. And all of my work does definitely include mulled wine. You got to put it in everywhere you can. So draw pentacles in, set your intention in, la 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 la, and get drunk on the aromas. Okay, So while that's getting ready to do its deal, which it is, because you can hear it. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? I'll show you my cool collection of little owls that sit with me every night. We still have a whole hour to go. I have picked up, look at these little guys. Aren't they awesome? These are little stone owls that I found at an estate sale. Babies. Little babies. Little babies. Alright, and they hang out back here and make sure that I am well taken care of and watched over. It's my, I don't have any Scullies, but that's my council back there. Someday I'll get a Scully. I'm going to check in with chat real fast over here and see if I need to answer up anything. It's not moving. What happened? I had it before. Shoot. You get the left pot, I'll go for the right one. Yeah. Spices. I have a huge collection of spices, like on the back wall. I showed a picture of it the other night. Yes, yes. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. Everything's great. How's Maddie feeling? Maddie, how are you feeling? You need to get yourself some, like, alright, you need to ice your head. Wrap your head in cold compresses and ice packs, or peas, bags of peas, one on the back of your neck, one on the front of your head, and get in the dark, because that will help you. Okay, so there's that. That's my advice for that, because we're all headachy people. Alright, we're starting to get cooking here. Cooking with electric. Alright, so that's going to just kind of do its thing now. And I let that go for quite a while. And it's back to cheers time. Cheers. I let that just go. That's it. That's the whole deal. That is mulled wine in a pot. Right there. And then we'll move on kind of to the next thing. Anybody have any questions about any of that? Alrighty. Thanks, Huxon, for popping by. Get a nap. We'll see you all at 5 a.m. So keep stirring and doing that thing. I'm going to switch the camera around to where our next phase of this is going to be. Where we are going to move on to where I'm going to give a really... I'm going to talk about offering Mojo-y bags and make chalk for you, as well as if I have to, I'm going to read the Grinch from my bed. Alright, ready? Here we go. Bear with me a moment as I reposition stuff. Does anybody have questions about the wine? You can... Yes, witches now drink. Everybody drink. So we'll call it, it'll be a drinking game. Cheers! Drink. Okay, I'm gonna set up my next bad camera angle. Thanks for playing along. Look, I've even got little rosy red cheeks. And now I'm gonna hang you on the edge of the microwave. Ta-da! See, that's the spice wall I've sort of been working on back there. Utilizing like thrifty used oranges. Yes, I do use oranges. But I don't put the oranges in until we serve it, because the oranges and the citrus actually will make it rot. So at this time we can't really do that, because if you put stuff in there like oranges or lemons or stuff like that, then it doesn't have any shelf life, and the citrus will break down the spices. So when we go to serve it, we put orange in there, a quarter an orange slice, and put in cinnamon stick when we go to serve. But right now, you don't want to do that. You can put in, if you want to put in, drop some peel in for a little extra oil, or utilize some essential oil of orange. That's the best time. But it really needs to just be spice and wine and sugar. Okay, here we go. What's next? What's next on the old... Oh, you have to listen to me talk, so you have to see me. You sort of have to see me. Because I want to give a couple of words about this. That my phone is going to fall in the mold line. We're going to switch the thing on. So, I'm going to move the pot because right now the pot is directly underneath where the phone is hanging. That's not a good idea. Turn that off. Turn this one on. So mold wine's going to move over here. And this thing that happened, one of the things I wanted to, why I had this idea, I just totally squirreled out in like 20 seconds. One of the things that got me so hooked on this is that I cook all the time. I cook day in and day out. And those cards, the Universal Light Oracle, that was like its total cheat sheets. And I kept drawing, and just for fun this morning, drew it again. Every day, that deck only wants me to have the Manifest card, really. It doesn't want me to have a different card, ever. Except sometimes it does give me the Divine Masculine card. Someday. So what happened is that I then got on YouTube or somewhere, Pinterest, something, and I decided to like ask a question. I'm like, what does it mean when you just get the same card over and over again? I'm not kidding. Like 14 out of 17 days or something. And so it gave me this this idea to do a 4-card spread from the same deck. And the 4-card spread from the same deck, you pull one for what the card is trying to tell me, you pull one for what the obstacles are that I need to face with this thing, you pull one for what steps I need to take to deal with it, and then you pull the last one for is like what's the end result going to be. So I did that, and I wrote all that down, and those cards are super cool because, like I keep saying, they give you this cheat sheet. And if you're a newbie, kind of like me, and you need to know these like correspondences, or you need to be able to learn them, then it's wonderful to be able to start to place like how to put tarot oracle cards together with herbs and rocks or crystals or whatnot. So I wrote them all down. I did the thing. I wrote down what card I got for each one, and what their correspondences were. And then I kind of like making a sigil. You like cross out the vowels. I made then a list of what actually each one of those cards all had in common. And then I made this out of it. Ta-da! And in here, and this is like basically 5 cards. It's the Manifest card, which I keep getting, and its correspondences, as well as the coordinating correspondences to all those other cards in the reading. And so there's rosemary and frankincense gum and cedarwood chips and lavender and ginger and moonstone and amethyst and thyme and citrine and lemon peel and smoky quartz, right? It's all in there. And then I also followed like the first sigil I ever made, because they're not in the way that Mandy does it. But anyway, it was this like, I did it this way that I found on Pinterest. But it turned into, ta-da, can you see? What does that mean? Yes, exactly. So it was a pentagram. And I'm like, well, that's some pretty powerful business, right? Girl, you need to continue on this track, because I'm 48. It's been in my life for many years, and I've shoved it way deep down. And I have so much stuff has happened since I've been here with you guys. I cannot even begin to tell you how happier I am and how I just can't. I love you all. I love you, Jen. I love my life. I love answering these things about myself. I love being a part of this group. I love being a part of this family, and it's just kick ass, you know? It's pretty rad. Because for so many years I have attempted to say no, and I still don't feel like telling people yet, you know? I'll tell you guys, we'll talk all about it. But so in this, okay, it just smells so good. Anyway, so I made this. I utilized these tea bags because I love tea, and I made all this stuff in there, and I made this, like, the thing, and I wrote it down in my, like, book of shadows, or my grimoire, or whatever. I have one of those, or I dedicated one of my gazillion journals to that. Good thing. And then these bags are at Michael's, and you get, like, 5 or 6 of them, or whatever, for, like, I don't know, $2 or something, $2.99. Or if you use coupons, then they're almost free. So I took this bag into this bag, and ta-da! Here we are. So, ta-da! That's the manifest bag, okay? So that's the one that I have been, this is the first one, and this is only, like, real recent. So I'm gonna talk about stuff that I don't really know, like, 100% about. So correct me, anybody, if you think that I am speaking out of turn. Because I'm here to learn, like the rest of you, the rest of us. We're all here to learn from each other, right? Right. So me having that wall and a whole nother cabinet full of, like, spices and stuff, I got stuff to cook with, and not just cook, but cook. So there's that. Anyway, so that's the first one. So tonight, I'm not just gonna sit here and tell you all about it. What kind of bags are those? They're just plain old muslin bags. They're just muslin bags. They are, you can wash them, which I do and have, because I also use them in ritual baths. I've gotten real into the bath and putting, you know, crystals and herbs and all that stuff into here. And these are unbleached bags, same ones. And they're right by, like, all the jewelry making stuff at Michael's. Cheap, but you can wash them and use them again and again and again. And I use muslin in my dress design career, so that's how I knew. And I could even make these, but that would be tedious and just buy them. Anywho, that's that. So you want me to get off my soapbox and make something for you? Let's do her. All right, so roll up your sleeves, kids. I did put together a bunch of stuff for to make a Yule bag, but it really has nothing to say for itself other than it's just sort of like a Yule bag. But that's the cool thing is that I wrote it down. I have Post-its all over my kitchen. Maybe I'm gonna have to fly on the seat of my pants in this one. Oh, no. Hold on. Oh no, wrong page. Anyway, so I'm gonna make this with the intent of celebrating with you, my new family, and people that I learn from and wouldn't think to spend another minute without. So this Yule offering bag is for you. And you can make offering bags for your goddess, your deity, or whatever, however you see fit. You're going to utilize your crystals and your herbs and your intentions and your sigils and all your things. All your power can go into this little tiny thing. And you can carry it around. You can put it in your back pocket, and it will walk with you through the day. And I have experienced firsthand how that is just rad, and I could sit here and go on and on and on. I'm a talker, so me to kill an hour and a half, no problem. Anyway, I got this. I have a couple of these, And these were made by Avon and have found in the thrift stores. And they're Christmas type ornament sachet type things. And they have little holes in them. And we're gonna make our Yule bag out of it and put it in here. But we're gonna still utilize our friend. What do we have? The tea bag. We're still gonna utilize that, and then we're gonna put it into here. Okay. Okay. Ready? Go. So, and I've already started that as well. Oh wait, should I be looking at some? Does anybody need anything? Should I look down? I should look down. La, la, la. Oh, Jen, I love you. You know what? It is you. It was you sitting at your picnic table outside. It's been for a while. And now I don't know what to do without any of you. Yep. You are fab. Aw. Anyway. La, 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 la. Okay. I don't think I need to roll back that far. Okay. Hi. So, and I'm a thrifty. I thrift like nobody's business. So now we're going to utilize this cool pot. Tink. Has all of our stuff in it to make our Yule bag. And I'm going to have to switch the camera around because you're going to have to watch me, right? And I'm going to have to get on the janky pot thing. So, okay, here we go. So enough looking at me. Ah, you're going to go to here, and then I'm going to put you on the pot handle. And the pot handle, back around over here. There's the pot. Oh, yes. And we're going to hang it from here. Yep, we're going to do it. It's going to be fabulous. Someday, I'll be like you guys and have it all worked out ahead of time. Which I did have it all worked out ahead of time. Right? You can see it. Cool. Sweet. Okay. So, in the pot, I have already started us a new tea bag. And I did a couple of sigils on there. Laverne DeFazio, does anybody know who that is? Just died. Penny Marshall. And so I took away the U and the E, but I had to give Laverne her L there. So there's that one, and then there's that one. And I'm still learning. So in there already, I have some stones, some crystals that are going to go into this guy. Ta-da! There's some there. And I'm utilizing, the other night, I found, the other day, night, whatever day, it was maybe a week ago, this little kit of stones from Michael's that was like, I had a coupon. I love coupons. And so all these guys are in there from that. Oh, Schlitz. So there's clear quartz. Maybe I ought not do that. Clear quartz and garnet and peridot and tiger's eye. And of course our friend the rose quartz. And some citrine. So those are in there already. And then we're going to put in, I feel like Julia Childs. I had stuff already ready to rock. Separate out. We're going to put in some juniper berries. Juniper is kind of like big on the mix. And that's going straight into our tea bag. Juniper. Oop, I left one out. And then we're going to put in some cinnamon, and I have that over here. And cinnamon in a mortar and pestle is just no fun. So we're just going to put that into here. Ta-da! We're just going to shake a little bit. Shake, 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 shake. You know, we just need the essence in there. We don't need to, like, douse the whole thing in. We just need the essence, right? Cool. So we have, and that's Saigon cinnamon, and I use it in my desserts at the shop. What do you got to say for yourselves? Anything you need to know? Oh my gosh, how silly. Okay, so no, so you don't have any like major questions for me. That's fine. Oh shoot. Okay. If I do, somebody raise your hand. I don't have any moderators, so I wouldn't know what to do anyway. It's 1:23 in the morning. Oh boy, you guys have hung on so far for an hour nearly. Wowzers. Cool. Thanks. We're supposed to put some nutmeg in there, and I think I forgot to get that part, so bear with me. We'll do the rest of it first. All right, here's some rosemary, which just came from right over there in the drying rosemary zone. And this is from my tree outside. So we're going to pluck some off here. And we're going to use that in our, later on too, so I don't need all of it. You need the essence, right? You just need it's about you. It's about you. And making sure that you're like you have to make sure that you are putting you in here. It's not up to the stuff. It's up to the stuff, but it's up to you to make the magic with the stuff, right? Because we have to continuously like put our intention. Every time we put something in, we got an intention. We have to put our intention in there. And that's paramount, because nothing is going to happen, I promise you this, unless you put your juice on it. That's just truth. Everybody drink that. You got to put your juice on it. Amen. Okay. You're going to need a bay leaf. And if you really want to get jiggy with it, you can write stuff on this bay leaf. And let's think up something. Maybe we should write on there Yulefest or something. Hang on. Pen. Back with pen. Okay, so we're going to write Yulefest 2018. And we're going to pop that into our little bag. Cool. And then we are going to put in some cloves. We need some cloves. We need some cloves. Here's some cloves. 1 clove. 2 clove. That's good. You just need the essence. Like, seriously, let's do 3. 3s are always best anyway. So we need 3. You gotta have 3. Odd numbers. And 3. What do we know about 3s? Maiden Mother Crumb. We do things in power of 3s. We have learned so many things. We need some lemon peel. We need some orange peel. And I just dropped that all over here. It's okay. It's not butter. All right. So we're going to put some lemon and some orange in there. Yes, yes, yes. As Texan or Maddie would say, yas, queen. And I tell that to my cooks, and they just laugh at me because they just think I'm hilarious anyway. All right, so you can get off this lemon peel however you like, but again, you don't need much. Schlitz. You need just lemon, 1 in the bag. So the deal with I can put fresh citrus in, here's some orange. I can put some fresh citrus in there right now because we aren't going to cook this. And the tea bag itself is porous and airtight, and so we can put this in there and it's not going to rot because it's all it's going to do really is dry out. What we don't want to put in there, see, lemon and orange. What we don't want to put in there is what I just did is I just got to the little bit of the pulp. We don't want that in there. So I cut that off. Because then it will rot. You just can do a bit of the peel, and that's that. All right, cool. Moving on. Guess what? It feels like nobody's gonna have to listen to the Grinch tonight, but you know, maybe tomorrow if you're all lucky, I'll just do it anyway. Is that everything? Nutmeg. Let's pretend nutmeg's in there because it's like high above the shelf and I'm not getting it down. So I'll put nutmeg in later. So anyway, so we have this Yule sachet going on, and so we've got in here right now, we've given it our intention, and if we all remember what that was, I was just thanking you for all being in my family and helping me come to my own light and into my own place. And I am blessing and asking this bag to continue to hold that place for me and for you. And I wrote some sigils on the bag, and I put all the stones in, and I put in the herbs, and you know, many blessings to you all and to all this Yule. And now what I'm going to do is stick it up my nose. No, I'm going to put it into this ceramic ball that I just got. And around here somewhere is its cap. But in any event, ta-da! So what I'm going to do is, after you're done with me in 31 minutes, I am going to put the nutmeg inside and put a little note in there about Yulefest and what it means to me. And I'm going to let that live in here till next year. I'm going to turn this into my Yulefest Jennifer Willow Wind Witchy Love Fest ball, and I will let it live in there for this whole year and let it hold my intention that we all go and forth and prosper together and learn from each other and continue to grow. So there's that. Okay. Ta-da! We're on to the next thing. Anybody questions? Oh, I'll look. Chat time. Yes, yes, yes. This is rad. Thanks, Alex. Drink the juice to the juice. Yes, drink some more. Yes, Sharpies. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, thanks, Lillian. Perfect love and light, my sister. To all of us. To all of us. Okay. Oh, thanks, Jen. You know what? You know how I rock? It's because of you. You did this to me. You helped me open the door to what was already been knocking really, really hard for a long time. So you rock, my sister. You rock. Okay, so cool. So we're on to that. Before I start tearing up in like little drunken joy. I'm not that drunk, but let's take a book break. I will show you two books that kind of came into my life, one yesterday and one today, that because Christmas they came too fast, and I am so excited about them. Because these, I love, I cook. I'm a chef. I'm a designer. I'm going to get on my knees so I don't have to move the thing. But one came today, this one. The Magical Art of some stuff of crafting charm bags. And I only got to flip through it really fast. But I love it. I am all about this, like, kitchen. I'm a kitchen witch. I'm a kitchen witch, you bitches. Anyway, bish. You bitches. Anyway, hi, Molly. Yes, and it has really great reviews, so I can't wait to get through this. And then this one, this is Astrology of Herbs and Tarot, but it's like basically a 59-page handbook of correspondences, like how to put it all together. You will, D Silver Moon, you should get that. But I also love this one. This is a handmade book, like a self-published book that's available on Amazon. It's like $10. But this puts astrology together with crystals, with herbs, with tarot, with all the things. Like, I think that this is the best 59 pages I've purchased recently. And that other one's kind of like a big deal, but sometimes we just got to support little guys too. So get this one. And get this one. And then if you can get them both, then maybe you can learn stuff with me. Maybe that'll be a part of my, I'll make that part of my channel, learning stuff from these kinds of stuffs. All right, here we go. I have 27 minutes to make chalk. Let's do her. Oh wait, we first have to stir the mulled wine. You have to continuously stir it so that the essences continue to get into the wine. Okay, here we go. And someday I'll have a regular setup, so I'm not like I'm creeping on my own camera. All right, let's stirring. We're gonna stir. Okay, we got this recipe down. Booyah. Yes, did I miss anything? No. I am gonna speak quickly on some of the ingredients that I have already. I'm a big also lunar witch. And I do go outside and collect up waters and make oils and all those kinds of stuffs. And fortunately for me, I live literally 2 blocks from the ocean. So the Gulf of Mexico, which is just around the corner from the ocean. And so we have, I'm fortunate, I get to work with like, this is, the new moon. This is a huge deal. This was king tide, the hurricane, and the new moon water. All, that's it, babies. Like, this is the shit. So I collect those. This is full moon water from the blood moon. And these are collected right out of the water. So, and we're going to go there at 5 a.m. I'm going down there with you. And then this is like, I make these, this is amethyst and Palo Santo oil. And so I utilize them whenever possible because I feel I'm super lucky that I can use those things because it's just right there. Like, that's my natural resource. Other people have natural resources that I don't get to have. And so I feel super honored that I get those. We talk a lot about Palo Santo here. And you're in Orlando. I'm in the Gulf. Yeah, I'm in Gulfport. Right south St. Pete. I find these incense cones. These are fragmented, chipped little chipboard Palo Santos for incense. And I know Palo Santo is like it's endangered-ish, or it doesn't come from well harvested sources. So I buy these little cones, but I have the real thing too, of course. But I utilize in my oils and my magic workings and stuff, I utilize these little cones. So look for these, because these guys are like better for our planet and less expensive. But still, it's the same. It's just fragments of. Okay, where am I? Huh? Oh, Mama Squirrel, you scrolled us up good. No, I was born this way, but cheers. Okay, so you have those. Yes, pepper. Don't they work the same for you? Good. Yes, maybe? Okay. All right, here we go. Let's make chalk. 24 minutes. I totally did it. It's going to be, we're going to take all 24 minutes. Of an hour and a half. You're not going to get to listen to the Grinch. What? It would be fun. She said it would be fun. All right, here we go. Back to hands. So here I have a base of mortar and pestle. My mortar and pestles I have purchased all thrifted. This plate's all thrifted. I love other people's pottery. And I just don't understand why people give pottery away. So I have all these great things, pottery pieces that have somebody's name on the bottom of them. But for some reason, this part is always at the thrift store, but there's not the grindy part. So I found this on eBay, and it's a chicken. So I have this, like, I just this is my, it's a wand of sorts, I guess. I mean, it's, is this the pestle or is this the mortar? Whichever one. Anyway, this is my chicken wand grindy part. Either the mortar or the pestle. And I got this on eBay and I was super stoked to get it. Oh, we have to stir our mulled wine. Da, na, 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 na. Thank you. This pestle. The chicken part is the pestle. Copy. Okay, so this is the mortar and this is the pestle and you put them together. Anyway, so this guy, I won him and I love him. And so this is my chicken hawk. So let's make chalk. I want to show you, I had every intention of making chalk earlier this week because I didn't have any left. But of course that didn't happen. But what we're going to do is I do have some from Etsy that is nearly too pretty to use. And I have made my own chalk before when my neighbor business was being jerks to me. They were calling ATF and telling them I didn't have a license to operate. They're gone now. They went away. I made chalk. And I just drew around the perimeter of their building and said, you just need to leave me alone. And they did. It was amazing. Not only did they leave me alone, but they just went away. So I'm going to show you, for starts, this is an egg. This is, I don't eat eggs, but this is a sustainable, but we do at my restaurant. So I save all the chalk, or all the eggshells from there. And I utilize them for this purpose. So all parts of the egg do not go wasted. So this is a brown egg. It's cage free. It's been fed vegetarian. It's happy. I'm gonna this egg will not get this egg will not be wasted. No eggs were harmed in the making of this video. So what you do if you're really gonna start from scratch, and I hope this is a good one, otherwise they're kind of a pain, is you crack it, take the egg. Oh no, this is going to be a good one. Now, can you see this? If you pinch a little part of where you just went, right, like that, and it'll start to separate that membrane. Ooh, this one's an okay one. So, and this is the membrane part. You don't want this in your chalk. This is a very tedious process. When you're listening to playbacks of Jen videos, it's just like almost, when you're listening to playbacks and you're not going to participate because they've already happened, you're peeling membranes out. All right, so there's enough gross for you. So that you want out of there. You want that out. And then you let those dry out. You can boil them. I do. I generally boil them. I do not boil them with the membrane in. I get as much membrane out as possible beforehand, but the boiling process will help. But and I do find that brown eggs are actually, membranes are thicker. Oh, that's a beauty. That's a clean egg right there. That came totally out. This you can boil or not boil. This is good. This just needs to be dried. Membrane goodbye. So this, good. You need to get that membrane out. This little eggy, hi eggy. This is our Yule little being, and this will end up being like salmon croquettes or something tomorrow, so it's fine. So now what you do is you get those out and you let them dry. I usually let them dry for a while until I'm ready to make chalk, and I have them in like a little jar type deal and stir them around. And then you take them and you grind them up by hand. By hand. Do not use a spice and tea grinder. I cheat. I am a cheater. I have a special spice and tea grinder, like a coffee grinder thingy, that I use just specifically to grind up these eggshells. And I do it, but I do it until they're not ready. Like this isn't ready, but I'm going to add these parts in with my other herbs and and grind together. And while I'm setting my intention, I'm always setting my intention. And oh, we have to stir the wine. Always remember to stir your wine. You have to continuously stir the wine. Okay, let me reach over my camera pot setup thing. Stirring wine. Okay, so back to this. Okay, so I start with the spice and tea grinder. The first ones I did, dude, I ground those things until I had Herculean muscles. Like, no, you're not doing that. Get yourself a Walmart little spice and tea grinder and dedicate it for $10 to your eggshell practice. And then add these. Don't grind until they're oblivion, because then it's too much. But you're going to take yours. You're going to take your spoon. This is my lady grave dancer told me that I needed a special spoon, and I found one. Out thrifting. Everything I own has been thrifted nearly. So I'm going to take my spoon, and I'm going to take these eggshells that I have ground nearly till ready, and I'm going to put them into a spoonful, a couple of spoonfuls, into my mortar and pestle thing. And then I'm going to add my herbs. And for this, we're just going to make basic chalk. And so I'm going to take the cinnamon. This is this is circle casting chalk in the world of worlds. This is circle casting chalk. Here, you got to watch me do this. You can't watch me. No. So we're just going to put a little sprinkle of cinnamon in there. And you use this to help cast your circles. You can do it for protection. You can do it for a multitude of things. Then the first one I made was totally about like drawing the perimeter. I just went out in the middle of the night and drew around that building of the guy that owned that business that was doing me no favors. And I had set my intention into making the chalk that I needed him to, I wasn't trying to give him bad juju. I was only trying to make a fence around him and the shit that he was doing. So I just needed me to continue to prosper and be my own thing without him getting involved. So I took chalk and I drew a fence around him, you know? Why do you separate the membranes? Because the membranes are I don't know why I separate the membranes. That's just what you do. It's probably part of that like rotting thing, I would imagine. There's the membranes. The eggshell is like a fingernail. It's not really alive. It's like hair. The membranes are full of like parts. So yes, that's why. The membranes come out because those are like full of, they're like the lining of the womb. And the shell part is like hair. It's dead. It's not anything really. So, and it will not grind up with membrane. Yeah, it's not good. So get that, you just want that out. Listen to your fellow chatters. Oh, maybe I'll check in on chat. La 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 la. It works. Okay, thank you. Psst. You don't need me. I'm gonna I'll read that chat back later, and because and then I'll answer you all. How's that? I don't do well with this chat thing. I think that I'm just gonna keep going on and making the chalk, and then I will read the chat back and answer anyone's questions that somebody else here hasn't already answered. Is that good? Because I can't believe I've already killed over an hour. And I only have 13 minutes to make this back. Okay, so we're making chalk. Y'all hush. Well, you keep talking amongst yourselves, but you know, anyway. So I've got cinnamon in there, and we need sage. And this, my friends, hate me or not, this is just regular old kitchen sage, but I love it, because I love it. And I have beautiful sage pieces. I'm from Portland, Oregon originally, and I have gorgeous sage that I just really am not interested in sharing. But it's the intention, and it is part of the plant, and that's the deal. So around here we use kitchen sage, and that's that, because I grow it and I water it and I feed it and I give it the love and the intention from its birth till its use. So that's the way that works. Now we're going to put in some rosemary. Yes, yes, rosemary. Rosemary. And then here's some lavender. Lavender. A little bit of lavender flowers. And we're going to put in some chamomile, which, oh, schlitz, I forgot to get that out. So I'll put that in later. I know where it is. I know where it is. Hang on 1 second. Crash. Haha, easy enough. Chamomile. We're going to put the chamomile in. And again, this is just basic circle casting chalk. So if you want to utilize, if you want to just make sure that you're casting your circle for your craft, and you don't want to rely solely on your own will to make sure that you stay within those points, then you can use this chalk and you can draw the circle. And all right, so now we got lavender, we have rosemary, sage, lavender, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. So then we're gonna go, we need some salt. And this salt is harvested off the coast of Oregon. I'm from Portland. And it is, this is Oregon salt, but it's also been utilized. I have blessed it in my own ritual, so this is blessed salt. I'm gonna put some of that in there. I'm hurrying. I know there's somebody else that wants this after me. Who's after me? I forgot. We're coming down the wire. 10 minutes. Yes, yes, queen. All right, so it's all in there. Now we're gonna grind it up till it's fine. And this is where you're gonna set some intention. This is where you're really gonna get your energy in. You're gonna put all that you got into grinding this up, because you're getting all in there. And you could grind this for hours. You could also put it back in the spice zone, in the spice blender thing, and you can grind it up some more and cut your time down. I don't recommend that from start to finish. You really have to make sure that you get some of your own action in there and tell it what's what. So, and then once you get this to where you want, which we won't do in 10 minutes because I'm just talking my little head off, you're gonna take your mixing bowl. Here's one. Here's our mixing bowl. I use old big mouth Pyrex measuring cups, and then you'll pour that in there. Don't worry, we won't lose this. I'll finish it off for real. You pour that in, and for however much you have in there of stuff, you need to take cornstarch. Cornstarch. And you're going to put the same amount in. I'm going to take my Lady Grave Dancer spoon. I'll never forget when I had one on when this spoon came up. It's forever going to be Lady Grave Dancer spoon because she's one of the first ones that I really started listening to until I found you, Miss Jen, and you're my woman. So we're going to put about the same amount of that in there. Now, you're going to put your charged water. You're going to start to make a paste. What do we want? This is where you get to make decisions. This is where some action comes in. You can put some spring water in. If you have spring water and that's all you want to do, you can put spring water in there. That's fine. You can do that. But why would you do that? If you're sitting on some beautiful full moon water, you're sitting on some hurricane water, you're sitting on some stuff that you've been collecting like myself. So, and this recipe does not call for oil. However, a little amethyst palo santo oil, just a little dab will do ya, because you don't, it's got to set up. So just like a couple of drops in there. This is my elixir right here. So you need that. And then let's take some, I pulled this one out too. This is some Blood Moon from October. This is some blood moon water. We're just gonna hit it. We're gonna hit it. We're gonna make we're gonna put a little bit of that in. We're gonna utilize that as our base water. But this stuff right here, this hurricane, this is the triad. This is the king tide, the hurricane, and the new moon all in one. We're gonna put a little bit of that in there. All right, and then we're gonna mix it up. I do not want to use my spoon, my ingredients spoon there. I'm gonna get one of these guys out. And we're just gonna make a paste, which I already got too much water in. Bummer. So, I'll fix all this after we're done. So we want this to be like a thick paste. And, or maybe I'll make a new video and show you how to do it. And these weirdo, like Reese's peanut butter cup, silicone cup thingies came with a cooking thing that I use. And I put this paste into there. And I put them on the altar for 3 days. And by 3 days, they've totally hardened up. And then you can use them for your thing. For whatever your purpose or your intention was that you wanted. These are ones that I got on Etsy. And when you want to go and buy them, this is what they'll turn into. And you can press glitter in and herbs that you utilized in your recipe or whatever your intention was. And then you can remember what you had it for if you don't label it right. This looks like they used one of those ice cube trays for water bottles. And they pressed it all into there. And then you just wait till it firms up and then booyah, it's ready to rock. So it's just another form. It's just another method of... Hi, let's go back to talking. It's just another method of setting your intention and creating a spell. This is just another way to put your spell into a form that you can use. So tonight we have made mulled wine spell. We have made charm bags spell. We have quickly learned to make chalk spell. And you put it all into a tangible form that you can use for your work and whatever you want. So these are ways, and you can use tarot cards to get there. You can write stuff. You can use Pinterest. You can use whatever comes to you, whatever you need to do. Look it up, learn, continue to learn and grow. And I'm gonna take this off the pot because we're not gonna okay. Because we're at the 5-minute mark and it's about time to pass it off. You didn't get 1 second of the Grinch. Anyway, let's start our wine. So what's important here is that you learn the basics. This is what I found, and this is the same with everything. You learn the basics. You learn things like what's going to suit you. Like for me, herbs and crystals and making charm bags suit me. Making chalk suits me, making food serves me, candle magic serves me, crystals serve me, and then you put it all together in such a way that works for you, right? And so hopefully what I have done here for you tonight is give you guys a little bit of like extra oomph to continue to expand your knowledge and your growth. And you know, I'll put the links to those bags, to those books in somewhere, and you'll find them. And then I'll also give you these recipes that we talked about. I'm sorry, the chalk one got a little not shorted, but I'll make a new one. Okay? Lisa, where are we going next? I was supposed to remember this. So anyway, I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Happy Yulefest. We'll see you at 5. And I hope you had fun hanging out with me tonight. And the next thing is up. Cheers. Oh, wait. Cheers. 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 Shit. Cheers. Cling, cling. And thank you. Thanks, Molly. So I hope y'all had fun. And watch for me to make more videos when I can. I love you. Happy Yule. Thanks for being my family. Ciao.